How's it going, everybody? We are out at the Powers auction in Browntown, Wisconsin. I think I did some videos earlier of loading some stuff out and bringing it here, but the sale is this Friday and Saturday, the 28th and 29th. So I'm out here inspecting, and I'm going to do my best to be here live in person both days, but at least on Friday. So we're going to walk around and see if there's anything fun to look at, which we have over 2,500 items. So I think we'll find something.
Everyone is wearing
I actually have a handful of my own items here in this sale. First of all, let's look at this. Really, really straight old D7. Cool old iron. That horse trailer that's over there, I actually bought that in Georgia and didn't have any buyers retailing it, so brought it here. We'll see what it does. I have that trailer, 3 vehicles, and a couple dozen small pieces here. So this is a big auction for me, both on the purchasing side and on the selling side. This auction does a little bit of everything from like cheapo equipment all the way up through, I think this is a 40 or 50,000 mile Laramie mega cab. Some nice UTVs. There's probably a dozen more. Couple-year-old motorhome. This would be a fun farm beater, but it runs rough. 7.3, 4-wheel, beefy flatbed, 6-speed. Let's see what else we got. Municipal 6.0. This is one of mine. This is that, I don't know if I ever said anything about this, but this is a 99 Isuzu Trooper that I bought. Where's it from? I think it had an Idaho title. It's clean. It's really, really clean. Needs a head gasket, but this was one of mine. I thought it might be just a cool little runaround truck to have. This kind of my hobby, is just random crap vehicles. Let's keep walking. If this goes cheap enough, I might be interested in this. It's a 5.4 with a 5-speed, but 1-ton 4-wheel drive crew cab with a plow already, and it's got a gooseneck in it. I don't have a single truck nowadays that is just like a good backup. Just been kind of bouncing between flip vehicles. This is another one, but it's a single cab with the dogs. It's annoying, but that's a V10. This one's decent. Kind of crusty. I think it came from a dealer. It's all detailed up. Expensive half-ton. I'd love one of these. I think Raptors are fun. 550, 250. Those are both too expensive. This right here, if I walk away from this sale with anything, I want it to be this. I believe it's an 87 or an 88. Last year or two they made it. GMC General. 400 Cummins. I think it's got a 9-speed in it. The tag up there is for a 13, but we're missing. If I remember from the sale bill, it's got a 9-speed in it. And somebody leave the power on, I might have shut it off. Or somebody's an idiot and just left it off. Left it on and ran it dead. That would be the case. Well, I ran this truck. Runs good, sounds good. I was out here a week or so ago. We got a Chelsea PTO. Or we did at some point. Air ride. Somebody cared for it. It got painted up. They tried to keep it decent. Drives are okay. They're just mismatched, anywhere from shit to decent. But it's polished up nice. Brand new steers. Cool truck. This is, if I end up buying a big truck, it's gonna be something like this. Just something I'm not hauling with it every day, making a living. So for hobby trucking, I think something like this would be cool. You don't see them anymore. So here's another one of mine. You've probably seen this in a video or two. This truck also came from Georgia. It's a 2013. It's got a 185 on it. Some more trucks. A lot of trucks this time. There's probably 35 or 40 small trucks, and then another 15 to 20 semis. 1066. 450 diesel right there. W9 hanging out in the back. It's a 1086. And this is the third of 3 trucks that I have out here. It's that Suburban from New Mexico. Nobody wanted it. So we're gonna run it through and see what happens. These are neat. As we start walking more and more to the left of the camera now, we're gonna get into older and older junk. If you can probably tell, we're getting out of the big 50, 60, 70, $100,000 iron. But there's still some cool stuff to be seen down here. Usually by the time it's the last row and a half goes, the sun's down. I haven't seen this yet. Somebody tried to church it up. The frame's all painted black. They rattle canned it and threw some plastic rockers on it. Floors are gone. Well, miles. It's only got like 179 on it. Somebody tried to make it nice. It bedlined or did. What is that? No, it's like a chassis coat. Looks like they got almost everything, even the inner cross members and stuff that typically rots out pretty bad on these. throw rockers and cab corners at it. Be a pretty decent truck. Load it up. Heated seats don't work. This might be a beater contender. This one's a little too far gone. 7.3. It's the right size. It's a 1-ton crew cab long bed, but how's the oil pan look? Pretty crusty. The only thing holding this bed in is the gooseneck plate. Yeah. For $1,000 maybe. I doubt that'll happen. It'll probably bring 3. And then this thing will probably bring 5. I already started this thing up. Actually starts and runs pretty decent. 6.0. Pretty clean. Rockers are starting, but it's presentable for another couple of years. It's got a gooseneck in it. No tailgate, but I think I've got one. There's some body damage over here. I tried to pull it back out, but that's a contender. This one's a contender. This one says it's got a trans issue though. Gasser with, this one's got like 401,000 miles on it. So again, if it goes cheap enough, maybe. But rebuilding a 6L90 or whatever the hell they are is not cheap. And there's that step deck. Curious on this one. It just looks ugly because this is hanging off, but you can peel that off and like it never happened. U6 or a V8? That's a V8. Huh. $177. Good oil pressure. Just a little 2-wheel drive. So the question is, are you a 4.8 or a 5.3? Oh, the coolant. Huh. Seeing anything? Not really. New battery. But this thing going at the end of the day, with the half deflated tires and the trim peeling off, this thing probably won't go for anything. Throw a set of fender flares on it and figure out why it's raked so bad. Probably an old timer. It's probably got, did it have helper springs in it? No, that's just how it is. This might actually be a decent little flip potential. How's it going? All right, well, it's a little late. Finished up with the inspection, heading home. Just wanted to do a quick recap. So, I'm not sure how well I covered it before, but this is that auction that I've been hauling stuff up to for the past 5 or 6 weeks now. It's that power sale in Browntown, Wisconsin. I have 4 titled items there. That Isuzu Trooper, the 84 Suburban, that 2013 6.7, and excuse me, a 2000 Kato 3-horse enclosed gooseneck trailer. That will all be selling Friday the 28th with all of the large agricultural, construction, and trucks. That's all Friday. There are right around 1,100 lots for Friday. Saturday is lawn and garden, implements, attachments, not like big implements, but like little stuff. A lot of that China stuff is going to get sold there. I think about 8 containers worth. The mini excavators, all that's going to go on Saturday. So anything from 0-turn mowers to welders to stuff like that. And there's roughly 1,400 lots in that part of the sale. So I have, I don't know, anywhere between 50 and 75 items selling on Saturday. Anything from push mowers to garden tractors to skid steer attachments to push boxes for front end loaders for snow, and all of that stuff, or most of it, 90% of it, was stuff that I purchased April 1st and April 15th at those 2 small on-site, no live bidding auctions. Between those 2 sales, I purchased somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 items. And this is a new strategy that I've been talking about. I talked about in that video going to Iowa, where what I'm trying to do at this point is deal in volume. And I, on my own, one person, have absolutely no capability of doing 150 tune-ups and fixing 30 flat tires and all of this stuff, let alone do I even have the space for it. So I essentially purchase this stuff and instantly disperse it to a different sale, and that's what's going to happen here. And a lot of the stuff is, I paid $5 for it and it might bring 35. I paid $1,500 for it, it might bring 22. It's, and I'm losing money technically because I might be able to get $50 for that $5 item, or $27.50 for that $1,500 item. But the fact that I can hire out hauling, which I did for one of them, I had, I'll just say for the April 1st sale, I had 3 full loads on a 40-foot Diamond C gooseneck, and I'll throw those pictures up. And on top of that, the next sale, I just hired hauling. And if I understand it correctly, it was 3 trips with a 53-foot step deck. And there's some deer. 3 trips with a 53-foot step deck. Come on, go on, Bambi. And that did not include the 4 vehicles that I bought at this one sale. I bought a 2018 Ford Transit Connect, a 2003 E250, a 2002 Chevy Astro van, and a 05 GMC C6500 big flatbed truck, 25-foot flatbed. All of those I'm gonna retail, or at least try. I got half of them home already. The other 2 are still sitting there. But that's pretty much the gist of it. Is that's what I'm attempting to do now, And this upcoming auction this weekend is essentially going to be proof of concept on a large scale. I don't think I'm going to lose any money from what I paid for these items, maybe a few, but it'll wash out. The proof of concept is essentially like, can I purchase these items from these on-site only sales in volume, take it to auctions that have a larger presence, more advertising, and online bidding, and make enough money doing that to essentially justify my existence, where I'm not going somewhere and I'm buying 10 or 15 things and I'm minting them out, making them perfect, and hand selling them to customers like retail. I'm buying 50 of them and I go through, make sure they all run, throw batteries in what needs to be done, stage them, and I'm good to go. And I'll be doing all of that, over the course of a day or two at the auction yard where the stuff instantly got hauled to. I'll just take my service truck out there. That's kind of why, part of the reason why I bought it. So that's just a quick rundown of the strategy and what's going to be happening at this sale. As far as purchases go, I don't really think I'm going to be buying all that much. I want that GMC General, and there was a 350B John Deere, a small little dozer, and I've been kind of after one of those just to do some work here at the farm and at a property that I own up in northern Wisconsin. So those two things I'll probably be after for keeps. I'll probably end up with, I don't know, sometimes I'll pull 3 or 4 things to flip out of the sale. Sometimes I'll pull 25. I've written $3,000 checks and $50,000 checks for this auction. It just all depends on who's going to be there. But the stuff brings stronger money than it would anywhere else, which that's why I'm selling there instead of buying. So that's just a quick rundown. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to make any promises, but I am going to do my best to get some footage over the course of the 2 days of the sale. But thank you everybody for watching. If you're enjoying it, please like the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps me. Really lets me know what content I should be doing, should not be doing. But thank you again. Have a good one.